I was talking about everybody, every country, every business entity, every government, every organization is somehow on a race to AI. Artificial intelligence is a good target pretty much for the entire world at the moment in 2024. In the beginning of passive creation, we used to say we AI is the future, so we have to be on the game. And now it is the present. It is now. If you're starting now and starting to sketch your way in the game, you could be a little bit behind. So you need to speed up and catch up with the game. So thankfully and fortunately, we got in the game, or at least the interest and the kind of like joggling our way in the game in the early stages, so we can learn more and all of that. So we did some practices, we did some um, uh, probably achievements or progress in a way. It's an interesting thing. Now, rightfully, I would say AI is pretty much the same as the internet. It's a sword of with two edges. It could be harmful. It could be disastrous, okay, or disastrous. It could be uh, helpful and useful and valuable to humanity. It's how you use it. So there's a good side of the internet and there's a bad side. There's the monopoly, there's the abuse, there's the defamation, there's the blackmailing, there's the negativity. If you're in that, God be with you. Because early on, I realized uh, social media isn't a good thing. I realized that it's more negative and it's fake than actual life, unless you need a hug or a friend and you need attention, you hide behind a username anonymously and you start bashing and barking at everybody there, okay, without any qualification on the topic. That's a problem. So I didn't subscribe to that personally. You don't see me on the internet. You don't see me on what do you call it, the social media platform for a reason. I don't believe in them. I'm not in need for the corrupt uh, use of them. Okay. And if you read, it makes you feel bad, right? It kind of like gives you that negative sadness or whatever. So I realized, why should I read? Because nothing good come from that direction. You're not going to be inspired on Twitter, all right, or X now. Okay. Uh, so to wrap this up, the internet has so much ugly, but as well, look what we could do with it. We could bring the world together, we could benefit, we could learn, we could run businesses, we could operate. Is how you use it. AI is no difference, is how you use it. So every one of those uh, entities I just mentioned is, they have that pursuit of AI or artificial intelligence. They want to get there. They know they want to go there. They're on that race. Like back in the days, they used to say, race to space or race to the moon or race to weapon or, this type of bomb or whatever. Now it's the, and the digital currency or cryptocurrency race or this or that. Now it's AI race, period. And Mark Cuban, a successful American millionaire or billionaire, I'm way behind. Billionaire is a bigger number. Okay. He said, whoever nails AI first will be the first trillionaire, man or woman. I couldn't agree more. That is a profound analogy. Uh, I'm not interested in the figure side of it, but I'm interested more on the value. It is so true. I agree. Those who can master AI first will be wealthy and successful beyond imagination. But how are you going to use it? Because every one of those directions, they're on a different path. Like some people are using AI for military, okay? Some people use it for hardware, okay, like robotic AI, artificial intelligence, to do certain tasks for us. It's like Tesla or any of the Chinese manufacturers, so robotic, and that's kind of like machine learning and artificial intelligence. And we also know the internet surfing and servicing and marketing and getting those features here and there. That's another thing. So what exactly you're after or aiming to achieve in artificial intelligence? The and I just said off the record that there there's good news and bad news. The bad news is no one there yet. So we didn't say per se achieved AI, because what it is, because we have different definition for that target. Everybody's aiming for a different direction, a different destination. This country want to do that. This country want to get to that uh, part of AI, just maybe for intelligence or for uh, controlling the media or uh, the press in a way. Okay, so everybody has a different outcome, and because of that, there's room and there's an opportunity for everybody, because your destination could be different than their destination. So everybody has a chance. So it's an interesting thing to learn as much as we can. In the past, because it was like the millennial are more savvy in using those new gadgets and the smartphones and all of that with the technology, it created some discomfort for the baby boomers. And um, you have to look those terms up if you're not familiar with them. Baby boomers, maybe I think we take a little bit of both. Okay, so they were challenged because they didn't grow up using those technologies. So they would have to acquire them. So some of them, they just, it's complicated. They didn't even want to learn. They were just blocked mentally. So now you have a chance. You could avoid that, say, oh, AI, this is something very sophisticated, it's so advanced and all of that. I'm out of here. I'm not going to get it. No, I'm going to warn you. You need to understand this part of of our daily life. Uh, it's not just the future, it is now. It's happening. You got to have the basic understanding of that, or at least what part of AI is useful to you. No matter how, either a user or a creator of the AI, it is going to be impactful to the point where it could change the course of your financial future if you do that. So here's the good news about OnPassive. We're creating that on behalf of you, so you don't have to dare with the mechanics or exactly what you want to do. So we're creating that healthy, that uh, benign type of AI to ease our life and simplify it. And you just have to tap into that. So we're creating that for the crowd in a way. So that's a good thing. And then monetize to that. But make no mistake, if back in the 70s, those who worked in the hardware sales and all of that, I don't know, they sold like uh, kitchenware and all of that, they became wealthy, millionaires. And then uh, vitamins and nutritions, I believe in the 80s or whatever, okay, they became wealthier. And then those who got in the first dot-com boom, I'm talking about late 90s, in the beginning of the 2000 or the millennium, okay, they became billionaires. Now, during that same ratio, those who will be in the game of AI, what is possible? I'm not going to claim figures, but it's very much likely going to be either with the B category or greater. Just do the simple calculation. So it is really powerful, and we do that. I was gonna get into politics. United States in America is run by some old guys. Okay, they got no clue about AI, and it scares them to death. Uh, so and I have the evidence for that because they tried to regulate social media and search engine and all of that because of uh, the First Amendment in the United States Constitution, which is free press and free speech. Okay, so to allow everybody to do that, to regulate it, they failed because as of now, it is not a true free speech. It is controlled and manipulated and monopolized by certain players in the game. So that is a problem. So they could not regulate it. How do you expect them to do it when they're like 175 years old? Okay, so they have no clue about the social media. I'm talking about Congress, men and women, and senates. Okay, uh, they're mostly unfit, mostly. Some are probably more knowledgeable, but unfit, uneducated enough, or not educated enough to regulate such a thing. Now, it got even more complicated when they tried to regulate cryptocurrency. It's a powerful tool as well. It could simplify our life, and that is the use of digital currency. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not claiming this coin or that coin or all of that. Okay, but at least it's it's time for digital money. It could be digital dollar, US dollar. It doesn't matter, okay, what currency, but it has to be digital or digitized because I could get on a webinar right now. I'm in the East Coast of the United States, speak to somebody in the UK, uh, across the ocean, and somebody right now in, across the country on the other side in California or Vancouver, Grisminder, and somebody near us is in New Delhi or in India, okay, and somebody could be with us in Singapore. It's amazing, powerful. We could do that instantly with this communication. If I send you email, if we get on a conference, on a webinar, this and that, unless we want to exchange some funds, it becomes more challenging. I cannot do it to you instantly. What are we going to use? You have to have what I use. We have a different currency. There's a fee to that. There is a security. There's this and that. So we're not there yet. So and they also failed to regulate in two presidents ago, ex president, that makes him gigantic, but he's skinny, President Barack Obama. Okay, they were on the verge of regulating cryptocurrency, and then they had some attempts within the Trump era, completely blocked in the current, you know, this old guy here. Now, what happened is it's not regulated, it's not monitored, so everything can go. It could go either way. In a harmful way, it could be in the wrong hands. It could be in the good hands too. So we're falling behind. And now AI is the race, right? But we still didn't figure out two things before, two eras before: the social media or the internet uh, regulation and um, we didn't legislate the proper set of rules for that. And the same thing with the digital currency. And now we are challenged or faced to be ahead of the game when it comes to AI. So that's why it's a tense race. But here's the problem. So you hear Elon Musk here, you can say, okay, well, he's an American entrepreneur or inventor. True, but Elon Musk is not working for America, and he's not working for humanity. He's working for Elon Musk. Same thing as X. The core purpose of controlling X is to have that power to control the uh, press and the speech. Period. You hear that from him, not from me. Okay. So that's why if you're going to analyze, should we do it? Is it a good thing, a bad thing? You're going to be behind. I gave you the example of United States of America when we're leading in so many things or fields, but we're definitely falling behind with that. China is not messing around with AI. South Korea is not messing around with that. Believe it or not, I was, with some reports, I was shocked about how advanced is Indonesia in the game. Look it up, and so on and so on and so on. So there's a massive field open, wide open for the game and the race in AI, artificial intelligence. And hopefully, with our efforts, our good intention, our good desire, we would have a great uh, achievement in what we're doing and working on in OnPassive. That's all I wanted to say. Uh, we just opened the topic of AI. So the possibilities are endless, are limitless. We're in 2024. It's not a question if it's going to be there, if it's important, if it matters to me or not. It does matter to you. It's like oxygen, it's like water, it's everything. You need to be aware of what's happening, or you're going to miss out on the possibilities. Not going to say something is going to happen. So it's good to be aware of that and to be thankful, to be grateful that our company early on recognized the potential and the power of AI. We used to say the power of the internet, but add to it the power of AI now. And now you could just imagine the possibilities. They're endless. All right, let's go back to New Jersey now. You told me to record this. You could sell this course for $3, I guess,
Ash,
per,
I want to know one
per
thing. As
thousand.
I want to know, Ash, one thing as we are talking about AI. So, is there any difference between digitization of the things and tokenizations of the thing? Because I'm hearing so many things that real assets or something like they are getting tokenized, and so what's the difference between these things?
uh, like I said, everybody is chasing that target in a different way. So there is hardware like machine that is taught to act in a certain way. Okay, I'll give you an example. Horrible example. Okay, so some drones are trained to identify certain objects and shoot. Sensor, sensor something and take that kind of. So this is a combination between um, electromechanical. All right, combination. So there's some mechanical, there's electronical, and there is that digitized, a purely digitized thing, like, for example, facial recognition or virtual background or translation or all of that. So there are different aspects of uh, having that predictive analyst for the data, like, chat, or you used to call the phone, your bank. If you want to speak to a representative, press this. If you want, to check your balance, or you do that. If you want to dispute a charge, that is kind of like binary, yes, no, this, that. So it's trained depending on where you call from or the number you call. And now the same thing on the website is digitized. So you come from this website or this section, the machine is trained to say, okay, you must have a question about a connect or something, or is it about billing? Because like you came just from the wallet or so this is the type of predictive analyst or data that the machine will provide to you. Okay, so we're more interested in that type. Okay, so we're not interested in any harmful technology by replacing the manpower. We're talking about giving the user more possibilities and more abilities to accomplish more within the same activities, and they have to do less, or they will do less and achieve more. That's the type of AI we're interested in.
Okay, thanks.
So if somebody has that notion, oh, is it going to replace us or is it going to attack us? That is complete, complete nonsense on on the proper way, but actually it's insane and stupid to think that way. We create the code and the software for AI or for the machine. The machine is not going to wake up and think, you know what, I'm going to take over the planet. That's in the movies, okay? It doesn't happen unless the machine one day will write its own software, okay, and decide I'm going to do some evil things. It's not going to happen, okay? So relax. There's no way that the machine will overtake humanity. No. But there are some evil usage of or usages of the uses of the AI. We're on the good side. We, of course, we are.